Here is an extensive exploration of narcissistic personality disorder, including explanations, examples, and anecdotes. This guide is meant to provide a comprehensive understanding of the disorder. Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition characterized by a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. Individuals with narcissistic personality disorder often display an inflated sense of their own importance and a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. Grandiosity is a core feature of narcissistic personality disorder. This means individuals with narcissistic personality disorder have an exaggerated sense of their own talents and achievements. For example, a person with narcissistic personality disorder might claim to be exceptionally skilled in their career, even if their performance does not support these claims. People with narcissistic personality disorder have a constant need for admiration and validation from others. They might fish for compliments or become upset if they don't receive the recognition they believe they deserve. For instance, a manager with narcissistic personality disorder might demand praise from their team regularly and feel slighted if their contributions are not acknowledged. Then there's the lack of empathy. A significant characteristic of narcissistic personality disorder is a lack of empathy. Individuals with this disorder often struggle to recognize or care about the feelings and needs of others. This can lead to them being dismissive or even exploitative in their relationships. In relationships, individuals with narcissistic personality disorder may appear charming and charismatic at first, but can become emotionally abusive or manipulative over time. They might use others to meet their own needs and discard them when they are no longer useful. People with narcissistic personality disorder often believe they deserve special treatment or privileges. They have this sense of entitlement. They might expect others to cater to their needs without reciprocating. For example, a person with narcissistic personality disorder might demand that their partner always accommodate their schedule regardless of the partner's needs. Exploitation is another trait associated with narcissistic personality disorder. Individuals with this disorder may use others to achieve their own goals without concern for the well-being of those they exploit. A corporate executive with narcissistic personality disorder might take credit for a team's work while undermining their contributions. People with narcissistic personality disorder may feel envious of others or believe that others are envious of them. This can lead to feelings of resentment when others achieve success. For instance, a person with narcissistic personality disorder might feel threatened or jealous if a colleague receives a promotion. Arrogance is often evident in individuals with narcissistic personality disorder. They might demean others to feel superior or make dismissive comments about people they consider less important. An example could be a person with narcissistic personality disorder belittling a friend's accomplishments as insignificant. The self-image of someone with narcissistic personality disorder is often fragile despite appearing confident. They may require constant affirmation to maintain their self-esteem. When this affirmation is not provided, their self-worth can plummet, leading to rage or withdrawal. Therapeutic intervention for narcissistic personality disorder can be challenging. Individuals with this disorder may resist treatment because they do not recognize their behavior as problematic or may blame others for their difficulties. Therapy often requires a careful and patient approach to address these issues. There are many misconceptions about narcissistic personality disorder, such as the idea that all narcissists are overtly arrogant. In reality, narcissistic personality disorder can also manifest as a more covert form of narcissism, where individuals may appear shy or reserved but still harbor grandiose fantasies. Cultural factors can influence the manifestation of narcissistic personality disorder. In societies that emphasize individual achievement and competition, narcissistic traits may be more pronounced or more accepted. This can complicate the diagnosis and treatment of narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic personality disorder traits can sometimes be mistaken for leadership qualities. For instance, Confidence and charisma are often seen in leaders, but when these traits are coupled with a lack of empathy and exploitiveness, they can be harmful. Family members of individuals with narcissistic personality disorder may experience significant stress and emotional hardship. For example, children of parents with narcissistic personality disorder might struggle with self-esteem issues and learn unhealthy relational patterns. In the workplace, individuals with narcissistic personality disorder might create a toxic environment through manipulation, favoritism, and undermining others. This can lead to high turnover rates and a demoralized team. Narcissistic personality disorder often co-occurs with other mental health disorders such as anxiety or depression. This can complicate diagnosis and treatment as the symptoms of these co-occurring disorders may overlap or mask each other. According to the Diagnostic Statistical Manual 5, the diagnostic criteria for narcissistic personality disorder include a pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and a lack of empathy, among other traits. A diagnosis typically requires that these behaviors cause significant impairment or distress. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and psychodynamic therapy are commonly used to treat narcissistic personality disorders. Therapy often focuses on helping individuals develop a more realistic self-image and improve their interpersonal relationships. Partners of individuals with narcissistic personality disorder may experience emotional abuse, manipulation, and neglect. It can be challenging to maintain a balanced relationship when one partner is focused primarily on their own needs. Individuals with narcissistic personality disorder can benefit from self-help strategies such as mindfulness, journaling, and setting realistic goals. These approaches can help in managing some of the less severe aspects of the disorder. While there is no specific medication for narcissistic personality disorder, individuals with co-occurring conditions such as anxiety or depression may benefit from psychiatric medications. This can help manage symptoms that complicate the overall picture of narcissistic personality disorder. The social impact of narcissistic personality disorder can be significant. Individuals with this disorder may struggle to maintain long-term friendships or relationships due to their self-centered behavior and lack of empathy. Parents with narcissistic personality disorder may inadvertently model unhealthy behaviors for their children. This can affect the children's emotional development and relationships, often leading to issues such as low self-esteem or difficulties in forming healthy relationships. Contrary to the outward appearance of confidence, individuals with narcissistic personality disorder often have fragile self-esteem. Their grandiosity serves as a defense mechanism to protect against underlying insecurities. Effective intervention strategies for narcissistic personality disorder involve setting clear boundaries and expectations. Family members and therapists need to be consistent and firm while offering support and understanding. Narcissistic personality disorder can present differently across the lifespan. For instance, adolescents may exhibit narcissistic traits as part of normal development, but persistent patterns into adulthood can indicate a more serious disorder. Narcissistic rage is a reaction to perceived criticism or failure. This can manifest as intense anger, aggression, or withdrawal. For example, someone with narcissistic personality disorder might react explosively if their achievements are questioned. Social media can exacerbate narcissistic personality disorder traits by providing platforms for self-promotion and validation. Individuals with narcissistic personality disorder may become obsessed with their online image and the feedback they receive. Supporting someone with narcissistic personality disorder involves maintaining clear boundaries and focusing on self-care. It is important to avoid enabling unhealthy behaviors while encouraging professional help. Cultural perceptions of narcissism can influence how the disorder is viewed and treated. In some cultures, narcissistic traits might be more accepted or even valued, complicating diagnosis and intervention. Narcissistic personality disorder can affect career progression. as individuals with this disorder might struggle with teamwork and have difficulties with feedback. Their need for admiration can lead to conflicts with colleagues. In some cases, individuals with narcissistic personality disorder may face legal or ethical issues due to their manipulative behavior. This can include problems in professional settings or personal relationships. There can be a link between narcissistic personality disorder and substance abuse, as individuals may use substances to cope with underlying emotional issues or to enhance their self-image. Educational approaches for those with narcissistic personality disorder can involve teaching skills related to empathy, self-reflection, and interpersonal communication. These skills can help in mitigating some of the disorder's impacts. Self-reflection is often challenging for individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, as it requires confronting uncomfortable truths about oneself. Therapy can facilitate this process by providing a safe space for exploration. Family dynamics play a crucial role in the development and maintenance of narcissistic personality disorder. Family members may inadvertently reinforce narcissistic behaviors through overindulgence or lack of boundaries. Coping strategies for dealing with narcissistic behavior include assertive communication, setting clear limits, and seeking support from mental health professionals. Educational resources such as books and workshops can provide valuable insights into narcissistic personality disorder and strategies for managing relationships with individuals who have the disorder. Also, YouTube videos like this one that you're watching right now can also be an educational resource that can provide valuable insights into this narcissistic personality disorder. Support networks are essential for those affected by narcissistic personality disorder, whether they are individuals with the disorder or their loved ones. Support groups can offer validation and practical advice. Personal growth for individuals with narcissistic personality disorder involves addressing underlying issues and working towards healthier self-esteem and interpersonal relationships. Navigating conflict with someone who has narcissistic personality disorder requires patience and strategic communication. It's important to address issues calmly and avoid escalating tensions. Recognizing narcissistic personality disorder in children can be difficult, as many traits may overlap with normal development behaviors. However, persistent patterns of grandiosity and lack of empathy warrant further evaluation. Future research on narcissistic personality disorder may focus on understanding its neurobiological underpinnings, improving treatment methods, and exploring effective interventions. Narcissistic personality disorder can present differently in men and women, with some research suggesting that men are more likely to be diagnosed. Gender differences in expression and experience may influence treatment approaches. As individuals with narcissistic personality disorder age, their behavior might evolve, sometimes becoming less overt, but still impacting relationships and self-perception. Aging can bring new challenges and require adjustments in coping strategies. Early childhood experiences can contribute to the development of narcissistic personality disorder. Factors such as excessive pampering or neglect may influence the formation of narcissistic traits. Cultural sensitivity is crucial in the treatment of narcissistic personality disorder. Therapists need to consider cultural contexts and norms when addressing narcissistic behaviors and implementing therapeutic interventions. Legal and ethical implications of narcissistic personality disorder can arise in various contexts, including workplace settings and personal relationships. Understanding these implications can help in managing interactions with individuals who have narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic personality disorder is diagnostically defined in the DSM-5, Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, that is 2013, American Psychiatric Association, as a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy, with interpersonal entitlement, exploitiveness, arrogance, and envy. 5 out of 9 of these criteria need to be present to meet the diagnosis of narcissistic personality disorder. The 9 criteria are One, grandiose sense of self-importance. That is, for example, exaggerating achievements and talents, expecting to be recognized as superior without commensurate achievements. Two, fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. Three, belief in being special and unique and can only be understood by or should be associated with other special or high status people or institutions. Four, requires excessive admiration. Five, sense of entitlement. That is, unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with his or her expectations. Six, interpersonally exploitive. That is, takes advantage of others to achieve his or her own ends. Seven, lacks empathy. That is, unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others. Eight, envious of others or believes that others are envious of him or her. And nine, arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. So here is a detailed narrative exploring the characteristics of a narcissist through real-life examples. Number one, grandiosity. Narcissists often exhibit an inflated sense of their own importance. For instance, consider Alex, a manager at a tech company who constantly boasts about his achievements and belittles others' contributions. He insists that his success is solely due to his exceptional skills, dismissing the efforts of his team. His grandiosity not only fuels his self-esteem, but also fosters a toxic work environment where others feel undervalued. Number two, need for admiration. Narcissists crave constant validation from others. Emily, a social media influencer, regularly posts glamorous photos and achievements online, seeking approval through likes and comments. Despite her substantial following, she remains perpetually dissatisfied unless she receives a constant stream of praise, revealing her deep-seated need for admiration. Then, the other characteristic is lack of empathy. Narcissists often struggle to empathize with others. Take John, a successful lawyer who dismisses his colleagues' personal struggles as irrelevant. When his assistant faced a family crisis, John's lack of concern and support highlighted his inability to understand or care about the emotional needs of others. Characteristic number four is exploitation of others. Narcissists tend to use people for their own gain. Sarah, a high-profile entrepreneur, frequently leverages her employees for extra work without recognizing their efforts. She often takes credit for their ideas, demonstrating how she exploits others to further her own career while disregarding their contributions. Narcissists are known for arrogance. A hallmark of narcissism is a condescending attitude towards others. Mark, a renowned author, often talks down to his fans and peers, belittling their opinions and experiences. His arrogance is evident in how he dismisses feedback, believing that only his perspective holds value. Then there is envy. Narcissists frequently envy others and believe others envy them. Rachel, an actress, is often envious of her colleagues' success and goes out of her way to undermine them. She also believes that everyone envies her fame and fortune, despite evidence to the contrary. Narcissists have this sense of entitlement. They often expect special treatment. David, a prominent politician, frequently demands preferential treatment, whether it's skipping lines or receiving VIP access. His sense of entitlement manifests in his expectation that others should cater to his needs and desires without question. Narcissists are also known for their manipulative behavior. They are skilled at manipulating others to achieve their own ends. Jessica, a sales manager, uses charm and persuasion to get her team to work long hours on projects. She employs emotional manipulation, making her subordinates feel guilty for not meeting her high expectations. Narcissists focus predominantly on their own needs and desires. They are known for their self-centeredness. Michael, a successful entrepreneur, often dominates conversations with stories about his own life and achievements, showing little interest in others' experiences or opinions. His self-centeredness leaves little room for genuine interpersonal connection. Then there's the lack of accountability. Narcissists rarely take responsibility for their actions. Laura, a senior executive, often blames her team for failed projects, refusing to acknowledge her own role in the outcomes. This lack of accountability not only damages her credibility, but also erodes trust within her organization. Narcissists struggle with forming and maintaining meaningful relationships. Tom, a therapist, has difficulty keeping long-term friendships due to his tendency to prioritize his own needs and interests. His relationships often deteriorate as he becomes increasingly self-absorbed. Narcissists also are known for their excessive focus on appearance. Narcissists are preoccupied with their appearance. Megan, a fashion designer, constantly obsesses over her looks and spends a significant amount of time and money on grooming and wardrobe choices. Her fixation on appearance reflects her desire for admiration and validation. Narcissists are frequently preoccupied with their own success and achievements. Kevin, a tech CEO, is constantly seeking new accolades and awards. His focus on success often overshadows his ability to appreciate the collaborative efforts that contribute to his achievements. Narcissists are also known for their inability to handle criticism. Narcissists react poorly to criticism. Anna, a popular public speaker, becomes defensive and aggressive when faced with feedback. Her inability to handle criticism highlights her fragile self-esteem and fear of any challenge to her perceived superiority. Narcissists are known for their excessive sense of superiority. Narcissists often feel they are superior to others. James, a university professor, frequently belittles his students and colleagues, convinced that his intellect and knowledge place him above them. His excessive sense of superiority alienates those around him and fosters resentment. Narcissists often isolate those who disagree with them. Linda, a company CEO, systematically sidelines employees who challenge her decisions, creating an environment where dissent is discouraged. This tactic helps maintain her control and suppress any potential threats to her authority. Narcissists often lack genuine emotional connections with others. Steve, a well-known public figure, has many acquaintances but few true friends. His relationships are often superficial, driven by his desire for admiration rather than genuine interpersonal bonding. Narcissists often project their own shortcomings onto others. Caroline, a high-ranking executive, accuses her staff of being unreliable and disorganized, despite her own frequent lapses in professionalism. This projection serves to deflect attention from her own deficiencies. Narcissists may display inconsistent ethical behavior. Oliver, a successful businessman, is known for his occasional ethical lapses, such as bending the rules to gain a competitive advantage. His inconsistent morals reflect a disregard for principles when they conflict with his personal gain. Narcissists are known for their overemphasis on status. They place great importance on social status. Lisa, a socialite, constantly seeks out high-profile events and relationships with influential people. Her obsession with status often leads her to overlook the value of genuine connections and personal fulfillment. Narcissists often have unrealistic expectations of others. Robert, a project manager, demands perfection from his team without providing adequate resources or support. His unrealistic expectations create a high-pressure environment where failure is often inevitable and unjustly attributed to his team. Narcissists find it challenging to engage in intimate relationships. Jessica, a relationship coach, struggles with intimacy in her own life, often keeping partners at a distance. Her inability to connect deeply reflects her focus on self-image rather than mutual emotional engagement. Narcissists frequently use charm as a tool for manipulation. Peter, a charismatic politician, uses his charm to win votes and influence others, often concealing his true intentions. His charm serves to mask his manipulative tactics and advance his personal agenda. Narcissists often struggle to genuinely celebrate others' achievements. Emily, a prominent businesswoman, becomes envious and competitive when her peers receive accolades, unable to feel joy for their success. Her inability to celebrate others highlights her self-centeredness or her self-centered nature. Narcissists have this constant need for reassurance. They require constant reassurance to maintain their self-esteem. Frank, a successful actor, frequently seeks validation from his fans and peers. His need for reassurance reveals a deep-seated insecurity that drives his continual quest for external validation. So, the content of this video, I've given a comprehensive picture of narcissistic characteristics. I've illustrated how they manifest in real-life scenarios and affect interpersonal relationships and professional environments. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so, and share this video widely to all those who may need it. Thank you. God bless you.